We're joined live now by the Bavarian chairman of Alternative for Germany Party, Petr Bystron. Thanks for joining us, sir. Good to have you on the line. Angela Merkel, she's been losing political ground and now public support as well. Do you think she will see out her final term, as she said, until 2021?
Well, Angela Merkel is a lame duck, and that was pretty obvious already after the election. In fact, she lost the election, CDU lost the election, but she still wanted to stay on power. As we all have seen, she's got a tremendous problem even to get together a coalition. And now, 1 year later, all those problems come up again. CDU and SPD, so the Conservatives and the Socialists, both are losing. And the consequence is that Angela Merkel lost the support in her own party, in the CDU, and now she has to give up the part of the power in the party, and she is now trying to stay at least as chancellor, but the chances are low. We've got the information that the socialist parliamentarians are already looking for new jobs outside of the parliament because they think that this government will not remain any longer.
According to recent polls, some German voters would prefer what's been described as a more authoritarian regime, a more authoritarian method of governance over the current political system. Considering the gains that you've made, that AfD has made, what do you make of that?
Well, this is a complete rubbish. This is not the majority of the population. The German people don't want an authoritarian regime, but, and this is very important, they already have one. Because what happens in the country now under Angela Merkel, this is very authoritarian. You have to think about it, that the government is producing fake news, like in Chemnitz. The government is dismissing clerks just because they are opposing the government, like with Dr. Maaßen. The government is sending secret police against the opposition, and so on and so on. We are facing election fraud, always to the disadvantage of the opposition. So the situation is really very critical in Germany already.
Some polls suggest there's a growing hostility as well towards migrants, towards religious minorities. What do you think causes that? What are the roots of that growing hostility, according to polls at least, towards these groups?
Well, again, as already Winston Churchill said, I believe only the statistics I false myself. You shouldn't believe every poll you have read. You know, fact is that the Germans are very open-minded people, and they're still welcoming people from abroad. This is not the point. You are referring to a poll which was manipulated in a way that there were a question like, do you think among the migrants could be also some terrorists? And if the people said, yes, I think so, they said, oh, this is right-wing expression, and you know, it doesn't work like this. A better thing is to read facts, and for example, the numbers from the police are saying that there are the attacks against migrants are dropping down. There are quite no attacks against migrants in this year. There are no attacks against the refugee houses. So this is a real point, and this is the reason why the government is producing fake news on this topic, like it happened in Chemnitz.
Okay, Petr Bystron, chairman of the Alternative for Germany Party. Thanks for joining us today on RT. Good to have your take.
Thank you very much.